Liam missed my birthday again this year, because it was also Bella's birthday, his childhood best friend. I opened Bella's Ins, and sure enough, there was a new post. Grateful for your company every birthday. We promise to spend every future birthday together too. The photo showed two hands making a heart sign in front of a cake. One was Liam's, and he was wearing the designer watch I'd bought him. I liked the post, put down my phone, and dumped all the homemade dishes I'd carefully prepared, all Liam's favorites, into the trash. Then I went to a restaurant, ordered what I liked, and celebrated my birthday alone. From now on, I vowed to truly celebrate every single one of my birthdays for myself. Halfway through my meal, Liam called. His voice sounded a little anxious. Chloe, did you see Bella's Ins post? I did. I'll come back after celebrating with her. Next year, I promise I'll be with you. Just be cool about it. Don't start anything with me, okay? The old me would have cried and made a scene, but not anymore. I simply said calmly, okay. The next morning, around 7, I was woken by my phone ringing. It only rang 3 times before stopping. I picked up my phone and saw it was Liam. He used to always call like this, 3 rings then hang up, because he was too lazy to use his key to open the door himself. No matter what I was doing, I'd always rush to let him in immediately, but not today. I tossed my phone aside, pulled the covers over my head, and went back to sleep. He knew the spare key was under the shoe cabinet by the door. I'd been packing until 3 in the morning last night, and my head was still fuzzy. My phone rang a few more times, but I couldn't even bother to look. I don't know how long passed before I vaguely heard someone open the door and come in. The door slammed against the wall with a loud bang, then my bedroom door was violently pushed open, followed by Liam's angry accusation. Chloe, why didn't you open the door for me? I called so many times. You know I hate using my key. I opened my eyes, giving him a flat look. I was too tired, I didn't hear it. Liam opened his mouth, but in the end, just said, I'm starving. Get up and make me some breakfast. I didn't sleep at all last night. I need to eat and then catch up on sleep. If this were before, I would have scrambled out of bed to make him breakfast. But now, I just said blandly, I'm really tired too. You can go downstairs and grab something yourself. Liam was clearly annoyed, but he held it back. Are you still mad because I didn't spend your birthday with you yesterday? No, don't overthink it. Liam didn't believe me and started explaining on his own. Bella's like a sister to me. Her parents died young. Who else would be there for her if not me? Don't be so petty or I'll actually get angry. You're right, you should be there for her. I'm not angry. I couldn't sleep anymore, so I got up and headed to the bathroom. Liam grabbed my wrist, reluctantly pulling a bracelet from his pocket. Here, stop sulking. It's your birthday present. I remembered it's your special year this year. Looking at the cheap bracelet, with its flimsy metal charms dangling with every movement, it felt so dismissive. Then I thought about the designer watch Liam wore in Bella's Ins photo, and I couldn't help but let out a self-deprecating laugh. Turns out Liam wasn't saving money these past few months to buy me a birthday present. I'd been overthinking it. I shook my wrist, revealing the watch my mom had sent me a few days ago. Thanks, but I already have a watch. This one wouldn't be practical to wear with it. You keep it, Liam snapped, annoyed. Still saying you're not angry. You used to be thrilled with anything I gave you, but now you're being picky. Huh? Liam didn't earn much. In the past, his birthday gifts for me were never expensive, just small trinkets costing a few bucks, or sometimes he even forgot, but I never minded. Yet, every year for his birthday, I'd painstakingly prepare a gift. Last week, for his birthday, I gave him a brand name bracelet. I was exhausted, truly too tired to argue anymore. I took the bracelet and slipped it into my pocket. Thank you. I changed my clothes, ready to leave. Liam quickly asked, where are you going? To meet friends. We're doing yoga together. Ever since I got together with Liam, all my time outside of work belonged to him. I'd be with him, taking care of him, barely having any time for myself. But not anymore. I was going to live for myself. After an invigorating workout with my friends, we sat in the lounge area, grabbing some water. My friends half-jokingly complained, we thought you'd forgotten us now that you have a boyfriend. We were almost too scared to ask you out. I quickly apologized and promised, I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. Call me for anything you guys do. That's more like it. Come on, let's go chill at a coffee shop and catch up. When I was with Liam, I always tried to fit into his circle, but without realizing it, I drifted away from my own friends. Every day revolved around him, putting him first in everything. Looking back, I realized how foolish I'd been. It was almost midnight by the time I got home. Pushing open the bedroom door, I saw Liam sitting on the bed. He frowned and said, Chloe, why are you home so late? I had to order takeout for lunch and dinner. It was disgusting. I opened my closet to get some fresh clothes. I ate out today too. The food was pretty good, not worse than homemade. Liam's eyes widened in surprise. Didn't you used to say you'd cook for me every day and not let me eat takeout because it's unhealthy? I was wrong. Living in this day and age, if you can't cook, you have to get used to the taste of takeout. A flicker of anger crossed Liam's eyes. You still say you're not angry? You were out all day, not a single call, not a single text, and you didn't come back to cook. I calmly said. I'm really not angry. I was just catching up with friends and my phone died. Seeing my composure, Liam abruptly threw off the covers, stormed out of bed, and grabbed me as I was about to leave, his voice rising. Can you stop being so petty? I told you, we're just like brother and sister. What exactly are you trying to start? Chloe, my patience has its limits. I pulled my hand free. I'm not starting anything. I'm tired. I'll sleep in the guest room tonight. With that, I took my clothes and went to the bathroom, ignoring Liam's shouts behind me. That night, I had a rare, full night's sleep. Liam was a restless sleeper and always kicked off the covers. When I used to sleep with him, I'd wake up several times in the middle of the night to cover him. The next morning, Liam sat in the living room, arms crossed, a dark look on his face. I knew he was waiting for me to apologize, to sweet-talk him into a good mood. Before, whenever he was upset, regardless of whether it was my fault, I would humble myself and beg for his forgiveness. Then he would demand a list of things, and only after I complied with each one would he grudgingly forgive me. For years, it had always been this pattern. I was tired of it. I ignored him, washed up, and left. I had something important to do today. I went to the office and handed in my resignation. My manager was surprised and tried to keep me, but my decision was firm. I originally took this job to be closer to Liam, to make it easier to take care of him. But now, there was no need. Last night, I video called my parents and told them I planned to resign and move back home. I saw the surprised tears in my mom's eyes. Dad hadn't been feeling well recently, and managing the family convenience store by himself was becoming too much for him. It was my hometown, but it was actually a nice mid-sized coastal city. Liam grew up inland and couldn't stand the temperature and humidity of coastal cities. He'd always been unwilling to go back with me, which was why I'd left my parents to work and live here with him. That evening, I invited my friends for dinner and told them the news. They all thought I was right to go back. My parents' health was more important. Mid-conversation, someone suddenly asked, "What about Liam? Is he willing to go back with you?" I was silent for a moment, then gave a bitter smile. "No, we're probably going to break up soon." I used to think Liam and I could build a family here and then bring my parents to live with us later. But now, that home no longer existed. I needed to return to the home where my parents were, the home that would never abandon me. When I got home, I saw Liam wearing a white shirt, his hair perfectly styled, holding his phone on a FaceTime call with Bella. Bella's voice came from the phone. "Liam, you look so handsome. Even in a simple white shirt, you look so stylish." Liam smiled happily, his voice laced with laughter. "Really? You always know what to say." I stood quietly, saying nothing. That white shirt was anything but simple. It cost me a month's salary to buy it for him. When Liam turned back with a smile and saw me, his face immediately fell. He turned to Bella and said, "Gotta go, I'm heading out now. I'll be there soon. You grab something to eat first." Liam could smile warmly and be incredibly caring towards Bella, but he wouldn't spare a single smile for me. He gave me an annoyed look, slipped on his shoes, and walked out past me. He was back to his old silent treatment. During all the years we'd been together, he often ignored me because of Bella. Each time I'd be frantic, trying every way to make him happy. But this time, I wasn't anxious. I simply brought the groceries I'd bought into the kitchen and made myself a late-night snack. I'd been so engrossed in talking with friends that evening that I hadn't eaten much, and now I was a bit hungry. The next few days I was busy with work handover and packing. The things belonging to me in the apartment slowly decreased, but Liam didn't notice. Today, Liam went out to see Bella again. I sat at the dining table, eating and looking at my phone. Bella posted on Ins, "Whenever I feel lonely, you're always there. So good. Grateful." In the photo, Liam and Bella had their heads leaning against each other, flashing peace signs at the camera. Liam's friends all liked and commented, envying their bond. They'd always thought Liam and Bella were better suited, that childhood sweethearts were so ideal, and I was like the third wheel intruding between them. Looking at that Ins post, I suddenly thought his friends were right. They really did look more like a couple. Before, I would always hold it in for a long time before carefully reminding Liam to keep some distance from Bella. Then his friends would mock me for being too controlling, stifling him, and not letting him have his freedom. Liam never stood up for me. Instead, he'd join them in criticizing me, telling me not to tie him down and to give him more space. Liam also commented below, "You've always been there for me too." I calmly exited Snapchat and started clearing the dishes. Thunder rumbled outside. It was going to rain. I went to the balcony to bring in the laundry, and large raindrops immediately began to pelt the window. In the past, whenever it rained, I'd rush to call Liam, asking where he was, wanting to pick him up with an umbrella, afraid he'd get even a little wet. He and his friends would laugh at me, calling me a control freak, worrying too much, and spoiling their fun. I showered early, lay in bed watching YouTube, and drifted off to sleep. Liam violently pushing open my door woke me. Seeing me asleep, he angrily demanded, "Chloe, it's raining so heavily, and your boyfriend isn't home this late. Aren't you worried at all? If it were my buddy's girlfriends, they'd be calling nonstop, asking where he is, and personally picking him up with an umbrella. What about you?"